In a minute.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Got the tater. What happened today? We came down to what my favourite Appam shop, and they've closed. They haven't closed. I'll explain. There's a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about. So we thought we'd come out and take you out for a little minute. A baby crying. Oh no, it's a cockerel. The guy's telephone is a cockerel.
There's a few people in.
So what we decided to do is we're going to come out and I'm going to order. I really love the appam in this place. The lady, she's so sweet, and I'm going to order every variety of appam that she does while we're having a chat. So there's some that have got what have they got there? Some with coconut, some with. Let me just bring this in a little bit closer so you can see. Look, here's the lovely lady from the previous video. There she is. She's so sweet. So look what we've got. We've actually got 12. I may not go for the entire 12, but I'm going to go with at least. I might go with all of them. So there's banana. There's appam with coconut. Appam with peanut. Appam with coconut. And of course, take it a sweet, rich tea. Michelle is here with me.
I'm sharing. Hi, everybody.
She's going to be sat opposite, just checking on the comments. Hello to you all, on and off. So I hope you've been enjoying Malaysia. I didn't expect to be sat out in the heat today. I thought I was going there indoor on. I was going to sit there and be nice and chilled. So by the end of this, I'm going to be a big sweaty mess. Oh, is the sound working? I didn't even check. Did anyone say that the sound was good? I'm sure they are. Otherwise, people would have said.
Let's get back to it.
Oh, I love that tea today. It is like the Indian tea that we have, which is. I'm outside. I'll get my sunnies, Michelle, because I'm going to be squinting. And I know people love my sunglasses. They all think they've come from the pound store, not from an international bestseller. Got to put the sunnies on, guys. I can tell that I'm squinting. They go well with the chef jacket, wouldn't they? So let's have a little look. I've ordered number 1 and number 2. Sorry, man. And this lady's making them. Beautiful, sweet appam. And also they've got you say vadai? What do you say, vadai or vadai? So these are like the savoury donuts, and then there's got the fried chickpea vadai, and then this one as well. What is this one?
Krempis.
Krempis.
Yeah, onde.
It's like onde? No, it's not onde. Onde is not. No, onde is. Onde. No onde. Hello. Is it your place? Your place. This is the lady. This is the lady that runs this. It's your business, yes?
Yes.
We love your appam. We love your appam. It's really good. But you've closed the other shop now, yes?
No, I just closed for temporarily.
Okay, good, because I really enjoyed this place. So what is the name of this one that you're frying? Yes.
Dal vade.
Oh, this is dal vade. But what is the round one that's a little bit...
Made of... We call this... dal kacang putih.
But it's sweet.
It's a bit expensive dal.
Yes.
And we do this vade. It's tasty a bit. You can try it. I'll give you one.
Okay, thank you. And also the round one is a little sweet.
White dal.
White dal, but with sugar?
No sugar.
No sugar.
That's really spicy.
Oh, okay.
And this also spicy.
And what's your name?
I'm Cello. Cello Tanadevi.
You're Cello. This is Cello. Look, we're here for the beautiful lady. This is Cello. So the first ones are coming. Hello, how are you?
This one, coconut milk
Very much.
inside.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
This one,
cotton spoon, plastic.
Thank you.
Temporary, so no water or.
All the spoons are in here.
This one,
Shall I go and get?
No, okay, sini.
It's okay.
Less one.
I like inside. But this is okay.
Okay.
This is okay. So this is for
Yes, coconut milk inside. Mix lah.
on here, and this one is with sugar. Yes, with
Sugar brown. So this one.
and also with coconut milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so-
So we've got like a rich. Let me just try this.
hot.
Like a sweet. No, it's a very rich, like almost a cream milk, fresh coconut milk. We've got here. Let me just bring the camera in so you guys can see the first two of our appam. This one is a plain appam with brown sugar, and I'm going to pour some sweet coconut milk over there. And this one is just a regular. This is a you know, you still got your training wheels on this one. But I want to, so this is just a plain, this is very similar. Now, a lot of people have said to me, you know, it is basically a hopper, like an egg hopper, but it does taste different. And I'm going to explain to you why. Michelle's just going to get a couple of photographs, because we want to photograph everything that we eat here today. Did people say the sound was good?
Yes, Sally and Morris said the sound was good.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sally.
A few people in.
When I had this a couple of weeks ago and I made a video about it, I also was trying to, I don't know if you remember, you could see in my face, I was trying to think what it tastes like. And it's only when I got back to the apartment I said to Michelle, I know what it tastes like now. And I'll have a word with Cello and maybe find out during this stream. I'll have a chat with her. But it tastes like, just let me reconfirm. So, you got some pictures, Michelle?
I have. You can start.
Okay, so I'm going to put the rest.
I've got my fork as well now.
I get the rest of that coconut milk in there.
Now somebody's saying that the sound is not okay. So can people confirm whether it is good or it's not good?
Sound should be okay.
So we'll just see what happens.
We'll just wait.
Make sure we're plugged in properly.
All plugged in there, Michelle. All plugged in there.
Sally says it's okay for her. So maybe it's just zoom in. Maybe you just need to start again.
Let me just have a little taste. Is this going to be hands, Michelle, or I'm going to go? I'm going to go.
You're going to go with hands?
Let me have a little look. What are people doing? I'll go with. I can't see anyone else.
Let me see if she's got napkins, or you can wash your hands just there. Look.
I can wash my hands. That's
You're
easy.
washing?
I'm going to go hands.
Okay.
So, come in here. I'm going to go with this plain one to start with. Is there a knife,
No,
or shall I just
spoon.
break it up?
There's a spoon if you want to.
No, I'm not going to be able to. There's too much sauce on here. All right. I've got a spoon, but I'm going to get in and pick this. We're going to do it old school.
So Dwayne says, is it similar to a crepe?
You're about to find out, Dwayne. I'm going to mix it in, get a lot of that lovely coconut milk in there. Okay. Are you ready? Yeah. Oh man, that's good, Michelle.
And Lynn says it looks like a pancake.
It tastes. It tastes much better than a pancake. It tastes much better than a pancake. Michelle, you want to get a little, maybe with a spoon, just go in and grab some, or do you want to? You want to try? You start. You have some of that with sugar.
Can I type this one? So is it coconut in the middle of that one? Sorry.
No, I think it's plain.
Yeah.
Plain apple, but it tastes a little coconutty.
I think we're working up to the coconut one.
Michelle's going to go old school. I'm going to go in here. Michelle and I don't mind. We're going to go into the second one here that's got the
It's just got the brown sugar on.
the brown sugar, but it's like a raw sugar.
I want to just try this one just to see what the difference is.
Oh yeah, that is so good. That is so good.
That one just got a little bit of salt in it. You can just taste it, but this one's got the sweetness.
This is the way I'd want my rice to taste a little bit if I was having like nasi lemak.
Well, there's little ones there. I did notice. Now we've got to go slow. I don't want you eating it all.
Okay. Okay.
Because we've got lots to try.
Let me order a couple more. Let me order a couple more.
You can have 2 spoonfuls. So digging down under says it's like a hopper, which is what you
It
said.
is like a hopper, but it tastes different, and I'm going to tell you why. I'll tell you why in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to have to wait until these two lads have stopped placing their order.
Boy638 has asked the question, he says, what microphones do you use, as we were talking about the sound?
These are on wireless Rode microphones. So I've got like a lab mic. You can probably see it just on my shirt.
And Kelly is...
So that hopper with the dark brown, what is the sugar called? I keep forgetting. It's not a
Jaggery,
like a jaggery sugar.
Delicious.
Gives it a lovely sort of caramelized taste. But what's really makes these taste a lot different to the egg hoppers that I had in Sri Lanka is definitely Cello is using the flavor that it reminded me of was my homemade mother, the sourdough starter. So the flavor that I'm getting is that sourdough starter, and I'm thinking to myself, well, is she using some sort of regular refreshed local starter every day rather than using a standard leavening agent or maybe just standard yeast? Is she using a sort of an organic starter, a mother? And I think so, because the flavor in the center here, it's got a lovely taste of almost sourdough. And it's much stronger than anything I had in Sri Lanka. You finish that one, Michelle. I'm going to order another couple.
Still busy. You've got to get in.
Can I get number 3 and 4? This one and this one. Yeah, thank you. Okay. I'm determined today. Let's just slow it down a little bit, as you say, Michelle, not go so fast.
I love this crispy. Can you see? I can come in. The crispy edge bits are really nice, along with the bit in the middle.
And we pretty much polished this off. Hello, can I ask you a question? Are you using yeast or are you using like a mother, like a...
For what?
For the mixture? You're fermenting your own yeast?
We don't use yeast, use a little bit of soda.
Just the powder? Not. Are you adding it every day or?
No. One day, 1 week, once I will put, I just mix with the flour.
Okay.
Continue going like that.
Overnight? Overnight?
No, I'll put in the fridge. I cannot leave it overnight.
Okay. Okay. But the flavor's lovely. Thank you very much.
Really good.
Okay. So there, got it from Jello's mouth. She's actually using a powdered yeast, but I'm telling you now, it's very strong. Can you take? It's very strong.
Boy638 says, how many are there in total? Are you really going to try them all?
Well, I wasn't sure, but I've just had a look, and if you can see on the board behind me where this young girl is stood here, it looks to me like there's about 12.
Yep.
So let's see if we can make a good dent in that menu. Some of them are a little bit same. I probably shouldn't have started with a very simple one and gone with something a bit more complex.
Well, I think sometimes we're just going to work our way through the list, and then you won't miss one.
And then when we finish this, if it's not too long, we'll have a little look up and down this storefront. The other thing that Jello's has here is, I think I've said, I always get it Vada or Vade, and I think different parts of the world pronounce it slightly different, and that's why I get confused. Me, I'd say Vade. I think here they say Vada, but I could be the exact opposite of that. They're little sort of savory donuts, and you serve it with delicious coconut chutney. It's my favorite. And then at the moment, at the back there, Cello is actually frying the dal vade, which are a little more dense, more heavy, not nice, and well, They're still nice, they're still delicious, but I really prefer the puffed donut ones.
It's like you had in the video that we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
A little while ago.
One of my favourite snacks, and to have that with the coconut sambal, it's fantastic. So, you want a little of this, Michelle, or is that going to be too much?
No, I'm okay with this one.
Okay, so we're going to, I'll finish that. So, clean plates.
I don't know if it's going to happen every time, but we'll see. It might be too much towards the end. Keep these?
Keep those there, just pop that one under that one, maybe.
Hang on to those when they come.
Okay.
So Boyce once said, any chance to visit their kitchen in a future video? Well, you were in their kitchen upstairs last time.
In the last video, I actually filmed inside, and I've just said to Cello, they've closed the main restaurant. Hello. How are you? Oh dear. It's nice to see you, but I can't see your faces, girls. Oh. Thank you. It breaks my heart a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm never going to be comfortable with that bloody stuff. Putting that on a child, it annoys me. I'm never going to be good with it, particularly with the new reports coming out of the UK about this sort of microplastics going into people's lungs. But I'm not going to talk about that today. We're staying positive. Staying positive. So, where were we? Michelle? Have we got questions coming in?
No, I'm just putting up the video of when we first visited Cello, because the people were asking whether we could visit the kitchen, and you said you went up there.
I was in the kitchen in the last video, briefly sort of showing the lady cooking, so you can check that up. It was about a couple of weeks ago, and it was the first time we went to Cello Sweet Appam. I always said to Michelle, I'd love to come back and try more of the Appam, because I love them so much. And now their kitchen and the inside restaurant that we were at last time is closed. And I'm not sure why. She hasn't explained to me exactly what's happening. So we're sat outside in what is a market stall. I'll show you later on. I'll jump up and do a little pan around. So it's like the market stall. But this is still their place. This was here last time we were here also. But I just prefer to sit inside. I don't mind sitting out here. It's a good atmosphere. Yeah. But
and I think we're a little bit later this time, so it's more going on. It was just opening last time.
It's livelier.
So Brandon Wu says hello.
Good day, Brandon.
And Dwayne says, what other influences came into play with this cuisine? Are there any European influences?
I would say probably not, although there's definitely an element of local Malay cuisine that come into this with the Malacca sugar and the Malacca sugar. Sorry, and a lot of the coconut and the sweeter flavors. In India, where this particular style of pancake, I think, originates from, although somebody could certainly check that and correct me on it. That's what has predominantly influenced the appams here.
We have two more coming.
Okay, we've got another two coming. So, hello. So, beautiful. Banana and...
Which one is this one?
This is brown sugar, this is banana brown.
Okay.
Brown sugar is...
This one is brown sugar.
Brown sugar. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And coconut,
yeah, thank you. 2 and 4. 3 and 4.
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Yeah. Yeah, the banana and brown sugar.
This is the one I had last time. It's delicious. Take a look at this. Come in here. Okay, come and have a look at this one. This is the banana appam. So you've got lovely, sweet, and sometimes a little bit sour bananas. Let me just turn my camera around because it's not bending down far enough. So you've got the lovely bananas, brown sugar again. Ah, man. Can I get a little more? Thank you. Thank you. Whiskey, yeah, whiskey. Thank you. Some whiskey. Thank you. Some toddy. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of this coconut milk in here as well because I'm really liking that. And
that one is banana and brown sugar.
And this one is just brown sugar, which is actually very similar, although
Yeah, well the first one we had was plain appam with brown sugar, and this one is just appam with brown sugar.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the difference is.
They're two different dishes, two different prices, I think. I'm about to find out.
So I think it's a different appam. The first two were called plain appams. These are
Okay.
just called appams.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, I've got a little bit of. Wow, that's hot. No, I'm gonna be better with a spoon on this mainly because as I found in the last one, there's a runny, almost a liquid batter in the center of this, and this is probably. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. See if it tastes more fermented. Oh, that's delicious. That is too good. This really plays on my sweet tooth, Michelle. Sweet appam. So Michelle, you want to try the plain one?
No, this is not plain. This is appam with brown sugar.
Appam with brown sugar.
Apparently. Oh, it is different.
It is different, isn't it?
It is different. I think it's more coconutty to start with.
There's certainly more. Now, the reason we're having this live stream is to have a little chat with you as well, isn't it? And I can't remember what we were going to have a chat with. That's how organised I am.
So someone said, are we in Malaysia? Yes, we are.
Oh, that is so good.
And Dwayne says, do they make ice cream with coconut milk in Malaysia or Indonesia?
They do.
In both places, and we've had it here in Malaysia. We had it last week.
Yeah,
and it was delicious. We've got to go back there and film at that one.
And actually, if we get chance to show them making the coconut ice cream, I will do, because the process is really delicious. They use the flesh and the cream mixed together, a little bit of salt, and sort of churn it in very similar to the old style European ice cream makers that would have been in a wooden block with ice and salt in them. These are more sort of mechanical. I don't know if they are using ice and salt. Probably not.
I don't know. One of my favourite ice creams is coconut ice cream.
Certainly, I know Michelle absolutely loves it. We had some a couple of weeks ago, and it's an area that we weren't filming at the time, but we'll probably go back there, I think, and do a bit of filming, and we'll have the coconut ice cream there, because it was really nice. The guy was really good fun. So we'll try and go back there maybe in the next couple of weeks. Any suggestions for food, let us know. We are going to be heading to Penang next, and it's probably within the next sort of week or 10 days, maybe a couple of weeks. Now, probably a couple of weeks from now, we're going to head to Penang.
Hop into Ipoh, possibly. Didn't want you to miss that one.
No, a lot of people said go to Ipoh, and I want to go to Ipoh. I've been there before. I want to go there because they got some amazing chicken rice there. They've got some great restaurants, so we're going to go into Ipoh. Now, somebody said to me, this is too hot.
Try this one. This one's not so hot.
Okay, all right. So I'm going for the plain brown sugar.
Before you go for that one, Feral Lunch Lady says, what oil do they fry those pancakes? Coconut oil, palm oil, ghee, or what?
I will find out for you. The actual batter is just too hot for me, Michelle. It's not cooling down at all.
It's okay for me, but then I'm using a fork.
Oh, that is so good. I will ask her what oil. If we were in Kerala, it would be coconut oil.
Yeah.
Here, I got a feeling it would be a vegetable oil, but we'll find out. I'm actually burning the tips off of my fingers, so I'm going to go over to the fork.
I think she just, if I remember rightly, she just wiped it round. You might be able to watch one being made if it's busy.
Oh, no, I think she's talking about the deep fryer at the back there.
Ah, sorry, yeah.
No, maybe not. Or are you talking about what are these?
No, what oil do they fry those pancakes?
Ah.
And she just wiped something round it, didn't she, when she did it, I think. I think it's actually not a lot of oil because
it's just a smear of oil.
Yeah, the pans are seasoned, aren't they? They're ready to go. They're just really hot.
But there is a bit of oil. Always.
I finished that one.
Just keep an eye on the store.
Your daughter said
5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Yeah.
Okay. 5
And 6.
Okay. Chocolate with banana chocolate.
Yes. Ah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes. Oh, okay. Why is this water not running? Oh.
They're not turned it on underneath. It's all wet there. Let me have a go.
No, you can't. It won't work, hon.
No?
I'll ask him in a minute.
No water. You pour this one. Pour this one. Yeah, very No water.
Okay. I'll be back in a minute, guys. You have a napkin, tissue?
This one, yeah?
Thank you. Oh,
Don't worry, no problem. Don't worry.
okay. Thank you. You finished the banana one, Michelle?
I will do. So Minnie's doing a running total of how many people are watching. I don't think we really need to see that, but that's fine.
That's all right if they want to.
And Feral Lunch Lady said, I know Malaysia has a lot of palm oil, just wondering if they use it in everyday cooking.
I'll ask her. I'll ask her. Hello. Cello, what oil is this?
That is my cooking oil.
It's like palm oil or just cooking oil?
Roy Aberdeen says it's a busy stall.
It's a very busy store.
And you can still talk when you're up there because
I can,
you've got
yeah.
the microphone. I can't say anything because you take it away from you. Feral Lunch Lady said palm kernel oil has a high smoke point and tastes neutral.
Now, Cello said to me it's cooking oil, and I think it's probably
A vegetable oil. So whatever they can get, probably.
Yeah, I didn't tell them we were coming today, so bless them. They're having to put up with this crazy sort of
Yeah, we were hoping
tourist.
to just be in the background, in a little,
Yeah,
little table upstairs.
we picked a spot in the restaurant in the corner underneath the fan that we were going to sit and have a nice sort of chilled chat with you all. And now we're outside on the street, but that's okay. That's all right too.
So, yes.
That is not my tea. That is coconut milk.
That is coconut milk.
Wow, that is really sweet, that coconut milk, because I've just had the tea today, and that doesn't taste sweet at all after the coconut milk.
But that is sweet, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Did they do iced coffees there?
No.
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 No ice drinks?
Don't think so.
Okay, no worries.
You can have a little look along. Have a little stroll around this shopping section, Michelle. See there might be something down here that you can grab. Just have a little wander. Oh, we can sort it. I don't think they'll mind us bringing a drink over here. If they haven't got the iced teas and things, we can organise that. So, yeah, she was a little cagey about the oil. Well, wasn't cagey. She just said it's my cooking oil, and I think she would have said 100% if it had been coconut oil. She would have said so because it's an important thing. I don't think they would be using coconut oil. It's not as common, say, as in Kerala or Tamil Nadu to be cooking with coconut oil. Okay, I'm not going to go. I've looked at the menu there. I'll show you guys. Come and have a look. I've looked at the menu, and some of them are just too similar. Let me just see if I can turn that. Where's the turn button? There it is. So some of them are a little bit too similar. Like this is a milk appam, which is very close to what we've had. We just ordered the appam with coconut, milk, banana, and chocolate, 3 ringgit 50. We just also ordered the appam with coconut milk and chocolate. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Lots of little sprinkles on. So thank you, Jello. Thank you. That looks nice. I feel like I'm at a children's play party now, Michelle, and the phone is getting...
So that will be sprinkled with banana, and that will be sprinkles.
Do you remember my rainbow bagels I made some years back? And you put the what do they call it, like fairy cream cheese inside with sprinkles?
Yes.
That's what that reminds me of. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I'm a child now at a kiddie's party.
So that is supposed to be appam with coconut milk and...
Appam and banana and chocolate, appam and chocolate.
Yes. There you go.
So you need to get some pics, Michelle,
Oh,
did you?
I do. Hang on. Sorry.
The phone is red hot as well because it's like 40 degrees out here.
And Mona's in, she's saying hi.
G'day, Mona, how are you?
And Feral Lunch Lady saying love the presentation. I think it was Feral that said that. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong because I'm just over on my camera at the minute.
Right, I'm going to jump next into a more slightly savoury flavoured one. So I'm going to go with the peanut and the number 9, I think it is. We'll have a look. So the only thing I would say that's different now than when we were here a couple of weeks ago is because the inside restaurant is shut. I would say you really could only come here and have, like, eat on the fly, you know. Hello, man. I'm good. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Terima kasih. Thank you.
So he says, hello guys, have a nice afternoon meal.
Thank you. We just thought we'd bring you out today, and you know, I talked about this yesterday with Michelle. I said I want to go and try the appam again, and we might as well do a live stream, come at the appropriate time.
So yes, it was Feral Lunch Lady. She said, I love the presentation. Those metal dishes are cool.
They are pretty, aren't they? They're like sort of tin almost.
And Dwayne says, how would you cope with the heat in the UK if you were walking there?
Oh, it would be nothing, Dwayne. That would be an absolute breeze. I always think, actually, my sister lives in Malaysia and she's in the UK at the moment. She said everyone's sort of like dying of sweat and she's never known it to be so cool. It's the heat in the UK is nothing to Southeast Asia. I really kind of wish we could be there while it was so gorgeous, but for us it would be cool. That wouldn't be hot weather. That is not hot weather. Even when you get up to your 40 degrees, you never get any humidity over it. I know you guys think you get humidity, but you don't get humidity. Anyway, come down here. So this is my banana and chocolate. So it's really like a banana and chocolate sprinkles. I'm going to put a little bit of, just about to put tea in it.
Don't put your tea on it.
I'm going to put a little bit of banana, coconut milk on there. Did you get some pictures,
I've
Michelle?
done that, yeah. I'm just doing the other
Thank
ones
you.
now.
Oh, I don't know whether to go hands because the only problem with doing my hands at the moment, although it looks nice and sort of trendy and local, no one else is doing it. And the last time I almost took the skin off the tips of my fingers because it was just red hot, which is one of the reasons why these places are so popular. The food is served like quick and hot all the time. You're never going to get sick in a store like this. The food is rocket hot.
So Mona wants to know, are we okay with the Malay heat?
Oh yeah, it's
I mean, you
fine
go out,
for
you
us,
get hot,
Mona.
and then you cool down.
You do, yeah. It's hot. But it's hot all the time. I always used to say to my friends here in Malaysia, I say, I better eat this before it melts the fork. Just a second. Chocolate and banana.
Yeah, that's chocolate and coconut.
It's very similar though. It's very similar to the banana appam. It's got a little bit of
The chocolate flavour, isn't it?
like the chocolate sprinkles on it. So not a massive difference between the banana. And I have to say, I think I preferred the one I had last time was like banana and coconut, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that one on that list? I didn't see it on the list up there, Michelle. Because I love the combination of the banana and the coconut. Not
There's one
particularly.
with coconut, which is, that is number 10. And we're up to 6. Oh, well, yes, we're up to 6.
All right, it's good though.
Jasper wants to know why we're not eating ice cream.
I could say the same, Jasper. What was I just saying about? I lost my train of thought. Somebody shout if I was saying something interesting. Let me know. If it wasn't interesting at all, don't bother.
And Dwayne says, if you could find the one dish from Malaysia or Indonesia, what would it be? No, we're in Malaysia, so we'll maybe just do Malaysia.
Yeah, we won't do Indonesia because that's a different food culture altogether in many ways, and there's different things in Indonesia that spring to mind that are not as popular here in Malaysia. I think there'd be 2 dishes that really scream Malaysia to me would be nasi lemak.
Yep, I agree.
And would be roti canai.
Yep.
They're the two dishes that really sort of scream. Although the roti canai is exceptionally influencing the Indian sort of culture, it really is one of the number one sort of snacks here in Malaysia. A good question. There are lots more though.
So Mona says that Dwayne is asking the best questions right now.
Dwayne asked some great questions.
But Boy also had the question, if you could put anything on your appam, what toppings you think will work?
For me, I would probably like to see mango and ice cream. That's what I would like to see. They don't have it here, but I'd want sort of fresh mangoes and coconut ice cream. That would be phenomenal. That would be, wouldn't that be really good? Peanuts, which we're going to get in a moment.
Or any sort of nut.
Yeah, but me, it would be mango and
yeah, the mango would work well with it.
And I know lots of Malays would actually say maybe even to have durian with this.
This is true.
It wouldn't work for me.
The banana is quite sweet, because the appam is sweet, and then you've got the brown sugar as sweet, so it's very sweet. So if you had like a fresh mango, that would just counteract it a little bit, wouldn't it?
The sort of acid in the mango would cut through the sweetness, and then the creaminess of a coconut ice cream. Oh, that would be so good. I would probably then, though, not overly sweeten the appam itself. So the batter itself here, I think, is a little bit sweet, and I probably would not sweeten it.
Yeah, I've noticed having the chocolate, I know because we've had a few now, maybe that's the reason, but I think the chocolate is making it particularly sweet.
A little bit sickly sweet, but it could be because we're on our sixth
one.
appam.
Now we are sharing, so it's only 3 really. Jasper says, will you be eating curry again? My favourite ice cream is sea buckthorn ice cream. Don't know that one.
Don't know that one, Jasper. Now, the other thing, the reason I'm sort of saying also it's nasi lemak and roti canai is mainly probably because I'm here in Kuala Lumpur, and they are very common foods here. But when I cast my mind back to the last time, or the time before, the many times we've been to Malaysia, I think actually nasi ulam. I haven't had a nasi ulam yet on this journey, but it was one of my all-time favourite Malay dishes. But it's a lot less common. It's not what you would call an typical dish here. So nasi ulam, and I also really love the roti tissue, which is another great fun dish. We haven't had one yet.
No, we keep looking out for them.
So these are dishes that we've had before. Haven't had. There's just so much.
So Boy says mango sounds great. You should suggest that to them. Make it a seasonal special.
It will be more complicated because here they're doing sort of like a fast turnover, inexpensive, simple appams. Now, if you start adding fresh mango into that and ice cream, firstly you've got to be able to store the ice cream. It's more complicated to do. If I had a place that was like an indoor restaurant with a big, freezer or access to fresh ice cream making facilities, you could do that here. Also keeping a lot of mangoes around. Where's the price point? There's a lot to factor in. Where's the price point? Because
bananas are available all year round. I know you said seasonal, but mangoes can get very expensive.
They can do. And I think the problem is your appam there would go from being like a 2 and 3 ringgit product to a 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 ringgit, and then you're in a different market. You're in a completely different market. So that's what I would do, but I wouldn't suggest it to them. No, I don't think she should do it here.
So Mona is saying waffles or crepes. I don't know what that's a question, so you have to elaborate, Mona. I don't understand that.
Well, she's asking whether we like waffles or crepes, I think.
Okay.
Crepes. Good crepes, Mona. Because a crepe can be light, it can be delicious. You can have I know you can put anything on top of a waffle. You can put anything on top of a baked potato. Anything you can put on a waffle onto waffles, you can put onto a baked potato. I know that sounds ridiculous. People say, well, you can't put sort of honey or maple syrup and ice cream on a potato. Well, you can, but on a crepe, you've got to be more careful. You can't just smother a crepe in maple syrup and bananas and ice cream, because it will destroy what the crepe is, and a crepe's very delicate, so you're often having to be more complex with the flavors that you put into a crepe. I just think I prefer a crepe, and is there a lot more caramelization on the surface of crepe compared to a waffle? They're very different batters
Yeah,
anyway.
they
They're
are
very
different,
different batters.
So, fellow lunch lady said, I've never had an appam, but I imagine Nutella would work. If you like Nutella,
and
it
they
would work.
do. They do. I mean, Nutella. I do love Nutella, but realistically, I did a science experiment once where I calculated how much sugar was in a jar of Nutella, and I weighed that sugar out onto some scales and poured that sugar into the Nutella jar. So we had a 500 pound jar of Nutella, worked out how much sugar was in it, poured the sugar into the scales, and then poured it into the glass jar of Nutella, and it filled the sugar. Now there's little air pockets around, but it filled the amount of sugar that's in Nutella, filled the jar right the way to the top. So it's almost pure sugar. So Nutella, yes, it would be good, but there are a lot more. That's why I always love sort of Germany and sort of like Bavaria and southern Italy, northern Italy, and Belgium, places like that, because they have so many much more nicer chocolate spreads there than Nutella, that are really still packed full of hazelnuts and got so much flavour in them.
I'll go for peanut butter anyway.
Michelle would go peanut butter over Nutella any time of the day. I would go for peanut butter, but I want it with jelly or jam.
Yes.
Michelle doesn't like peanut butter with jam.
Nope.
So, you know,
I like cheese with jam, but not.
Who asked that?
Yes. Oh, fellow lunch lady.
What was that? So what would be your choice? You tell me anyone that's listening, just tell us what your choice would be, because then we can sort of compare notes. You might even come up with some ideas that just...
Well, she said when I get a Vitamix knockoff, I'll make my own Nutella with less sugar.
Well, you don't need you don't particularly need a Vitamix to do that. You could do it with almost any.
Well, she's saying a knockoff, so anyway.
Yeah, but the problem is some of those cheaper knockoff blenders, they really haven't got the guts, and you're going, but that because it gets once you start mixing things up like nuts and things, you particularly when you're doing nut butters and things, those cheaper ones, they snarl up, and then you'll have smoke coming out of it before long, and that's why people buy Vitamix, because the motors are brushless induction style motors, and the cheap ones are just knockoff, as you say, and you'll go and put the nuts in to try and get that nut butter starter, and then start adding your things, and you'll get smoke coming out the motor, so you've got to be a bit careful.
She knows, but she's cheap.
Sorry, sweetheart, I'm being so preachy.
Thailand Paul says, afternoon,
G'day.
mate.
Paul?
And Dwayne after posting up here.
Thailand Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Thailand Phil.
One question from Dwayne, because he's a bit busy there at the moment. He said, is durian not permitted in Australia or New Zealand, or can you get it there?
No,
I've heard other places don't allow it.
No, every country in the world can have durian. There are just some rules and regulations in some countries where it's very common. For instance, when we lived in Hong Kong, you couldn't take durian on the public transport, you couldn't take it into office buildings or shopping centres. So there was a lot of rules because the smell is so Marmite, it's so overpowering. I don't mean Marmite as in it doesn't smell anything like Marmite, but that people either love it or they really hate it, and it's so strong. People used to liken it to sort of like rotting flesh and all sorts of things like that, but it isn't really. It's a sweet, heavy, musty sort of garlicky, onion.
I think I've got used to it and I quite like the smell, but
it's intense.
Strong,
if somebody was selling durian over the street here, maybe sort of 500 metres, 600 yards away, you'd smell it. You know they were there selling it. And if somebody walked through this sort of precinct area here carrying durian, you would smell it. It's just so strong. You wouldn't get that with bananas or apples or oranges for that matter.
I mean, when you ate the durian, you took some home because you couldn't eat it all, and they put it into a plastic.
They hermetically sealed it, which was kind of cool.
And they've done it really well, because usually you take it home and you could just smell it.
Yeah, nowadays they've got a lot better. They seal them, you can't smell it through the packaging at all, which is really good. But that's, you've got to then go to a trader that's willing to do that. And if they don't do it well, you are going to smell. Sometimes the taxi drivers don't really want you in their taxis, although once you're in there,
they can kick you out.
But also, if you eat a lot of durian, it seeps out your body. Every time you breathe and talk, and it seems to come out of your sweat glands almost. So it's an intense smell.
So fellow lunch lady, because you asked her what she would like on her appam, says, I just want to go to Malaysia and try any appam.
Up an appam.
Dwayne says, so much sugar in many of our foods.
Yeah, there's a lot of sugar in the appams as well, and this is why this place is called Cello Sweet Appams. This lady's specialising in sweet appams.
Now Mona says preserved slices of lemon or oranges would be good with sugar and whipped cream.
Preserves.
Slices of oranges or lemons.
Yeah.
With good sugar and whipped cream.
Nice on a waffle or on a.
I think she's talking about
crate.
on an appam.
On an appam. Yes, it would be delicious. That would be delicious. Particularly for me, I would quite like to have sort of candied. I think you're talking about candied lemons and candied fruit.
That one on top, I think.
Yeah, so we're through those on. I'm going to go and order some more. Just wait for these.
7 and 8.
Wait for these ladies to finish. Now I'm not going to go all the way down through this because some of them are getting way too similar.
They are.
And I'm getting to the point where my sugar's starting to pop.
So choose the ones you want.
I want to get stuff that's because the next one down is just a milk appam, which is it's going to be much the same as what we've eaten with the plain appam. But I want the peanut appam, and I want the let me just see. Hello, man. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
மசாலா டீ ஒரு மசாலா டீ கொண்டு சம்மா ஒன்று போதுமா அது போதும் ஒன்று போதுமா இந்த 50 எடுத்துக்கோங்க ஆமாம்
So, guys, I know you can hear me. I'm going to order. Can I get that appam? No, appam with peanut. Peanut.
Okay.
Yep. And appam with dosa poti. Yeah. Okay.
9 and 11.
Yes.
Just going back to durian one more time. Dwayne says, so durian is like intense garlic breath. How do you remove the odour?
It's not as bad as garlic breath because you don't end up the next day with people sort of stepping out of the elevator because you're in it.
Mangosteens, I think, help with it.
Mangosteens, a lot of people say eating mangosteens. I would probably go with just chewing on some sage or something like that, maybe herbs and things that you can chew. Brush your teeth, that's always a good thing. The problem is
it doesn't really stay in the mouth, it stays in the body.
Yeah, it stays in the body. So if you really got to think, if you're thinking about that, maybe just get yourself a good shower and brush your teeth, and you'll probably be all good. You'll be all good. But I don't know if anyone else are there some durian eaters out there? Back this up with me because it's probably a little bit TMI. But I find that you belch durian for hours and hours and hours. So you get to relive that experience. And if you like it, that's nice. If you don't, but it also adds to the fumes. It adds to the fumes.
And you know, drinking that again?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're not a durian eater and then your partner is, I got to taste it too.
So it's pretty stinky, but not as bad as a lot of people make out.
So Boy says, have you guys tried fermented durian?
No, I'm not. I love the durian, and there's a few durians I'd like to try, but I've always been super disappointed with any products being made with durian. So, if they use durian in cakes and they use durian in sweet products and things like that, it just doesn't do anything for me. And I can't imagine a fermented durian being particularly good. I'd try anything, but it doesn't appeal to me.
Well, one of our subscribers was saying that she makes a durian cake. Now, I think a homemade...
That was Anne, I think. Was it Anne?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's
a homemade
Anne.
durian cake might be nice, mightn't it? But,
this area.
Yeah. But quite often they're not made with durian, are they?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like with the ice creams and things, unless you get a real
absolutely.
proper durian ice cream.
So I'm surprised that phone is. When I picked the phone up just now, it's like I could cook. I could cook on it.
I know.
So if we do get disconnected,
we'll say bye.
We will say goodbye. If the heat sort of freezes the phone, it's a possibility. Overheating is a strong possibility. So anyway, what else has been going on, Michelle? We're heading to Penang. Probably in the next sort of couple of weeks, we'll be heading towards Penang. We're going to go to Ipoh. We want to go to the east side also. There's a lot of places over the east side. Everyone keeps saying we should go over there, so we're going to. What countries would you like us to go to after Malaysia? We're going to be here for 3 months. We've got a few ideas. We'll probably do another live stream. what other news were we talking
We were
about, Michelle?
talking about maybe slowing down a little bit on the videos.
Okay, that's a possibility also. We've been doing all the time. We were in Sri Lanka. We were doing 4 videos a week, and we're finding here, because we're getting so much great food, that the content we're creating, we don't want to water it down. So what we're going to do is try and just get the weekend videos to focus on the food from Malaysia, and during the week we'll probably do maybe a live stream to sort of keep up to date, something like this. There is a couple of other things, but I've sort of had second thoughts about them. So we'll do another live stream maybe next week and have a chat about, Michelle and I've got to chew some ideas over of what we're doing. I mean, we are absolutely loving it here in Malaysia. It is great. Message to our friends back in Sri Lanka: we've seen the rubbish, not the rubbish. We've seen the rubbish that's going on over there, and we feel for you. It's so difficult, and there's going to be a lot happening in Sri Lanka over the next coming months. Message to everyone around the world: political systems are really messed up at the moment. So, in my opinion, let's hope things start to get better. Let's not talk politics.
No, let's not, because Mona says, how are you, Michelle? I'm very well, Mona, and yes, I am eating well. I always eat well. I just don't always eat well on camera. I've been feeling a bit sort of, I didn't want to be on camera the last few times, so I haven't been, but I'm feeling okay today, so that's why you're seeing me.
Where are you from, sir? Australia.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
We're enjoying ourselves here.
Yeah, we're trying them all. They're good, yes? What is you have a shop here?
No.
You're eating, yes? Okay. What did you have?
I have rice with chicken curry.
Nice.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Leg piece.
Yeah.
Normally I like leg piece.
You got the leg piece, huh? So not a nasi lemak, no? No, but just the rice with leg.
Some vegetable. Some fried chicken.
Yep.
Rice.
So vegetables, fried chicken and rice. This gentleman's just come here. This is the guy that was looking over my shoulder a minute ago saying hello. So he's come here for some lunch. It's a popular area. It's very popular.
You're sharing with the online this one?
We're doing a live stream, yes, on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I can have a look here.
Yes.
Say hi to
You can say hi to
Auckland
everybody
and
all
Sydney and Melbourne.
and America and Europe and everywhere.
The
We're
whole
saying
world watching me.
yes.
Absolutely.
What is your name?
My name is Dawood.
Go on. Assalamu alaikum, my friend.
Alaikum. Nice to see you here.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Nice guy.
So
Kept looking over.
Yes. Feral Lunch Lady said Bali. You were asking what countries they would like us to go to.
Yeah. Well, put those comments down. We'll think through. Indonesia in itself is a place that Michelle and I have always wanted to go back to. We really loved Bali when we were there. So I think Indonesia in general, whether it would be Bali again, which we do love. But there's a lot of places around the world we'd like to go. A lot of places that are still struggling to let people in, or in a realistic way. So a lot of places still having all sorts of issues in that respect.
So Mona says we're grateful to any videos you upload. It's been a pleasure to travel along with you both.
Thank you, Mona.
And hello to the young man who's just gone. And Feral Lunch
Lovely
Lady
guy,
says so
wasn't he?
many
What a
people
nice
speak
smile.
English here.
They do.
They do.
It's a very common. It's really nice.
Yes.
When you come here as a tourist, maybe we always try to learn a little bit of the language from all over the world, and wherever I go, whether I spreche ein bisschen Deutsch or je parle le français, or whether whatever language you speak, different languages, we try to do our best. Okay.
I do remember that one of the first times we came to Malaysia, we spoke English, and it wasn't until right at the end of our holiday that we realised that we hadn't actually learned any of the local languages.
No, we hadn't learned. We didn't learn as much because so many of the people we met here do speak. So it's a great place to be if you actually, a little bit language shy. But do try to always make an effort to learn sort of how to say hello and welcome and thank you. And numbers are super important. How much is a product, Gedochin, you can say if you're in Chinatown down here. But it's no good saying Gedochin if they reply Yisapan or something like that, and you go, oh, what? I don't understand. You've got to be able to roughly understand some of the retorts. So don't go in there and say, hello in whatever language, and then they start
Here
throwing.
we are.
Oh, thank you, man.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. So the peanut and this one. Okay, Podi.
Wait, don't start.
Okay, Michelle's got to get some photos. This one is Podi, and I'm not even sure what it is. Anyone out there, locals, want to tell me what the Podi is? Let me have a smell.
This one, peanuts, is delicious. I can smell those peanuts.
Oh, it smells good. So Michelle's going to get some photos, and else we'll let it cool down a little bit while we have a chat with you.
Carry on chatting.
So yes, what I was saying, Malaysia is a great place to come if you don't, have strong language skills, but do try and speak. But it's difficult when you go to a country where people always speak very good English and always are happy to engage you in English. Sometimes you can get quite lazy, and Malaysia is one of those countries you can generally find people who will speak English. So you can walk up to almost anywhere and ask a question in English, and most of the time they're going to reply to you in English as well. So you can get a little bit lazy, but do try.
So Boy638 says, did you guys rent a car to get around or purely on public transportation? Which would you recommend when in Malaysia?
We're at the moment using public transportation and taxis and the like. I wouldn't mind renting a vehicle, but I haven't looked into that at the moment.
But I've been looking at about getting from, say, here to Ipoh and then onto Penang, and the trains and the buses seem to
a lot
run...
of comments there, so Michelle, so you should be checking us out. Some big comments going
Sorry.
through.
Yeah, I just read them.
Oh, have you? Okay.
So, trains and buses, very easy.
Yeah, actually, public
frequently
transport is really easy.
and reasonably priced. You can fly as well. Not that we're going to fly, but you could.
You can fly to Penang, for instance, for like $10. I think it's super cheap.
So apparently, Digging Down Under's had COVID, and Mona's saying hope he gets better soon. He's saying he's not too sick.
No, a lot of people are not. It's everyone's getting COVID on and off. You're going to find that. Hello. Everyone's getting it. You're going to hear that more and more. Like, I had a cold, I had COVID, I had the flu. So you're going to hear that a lot more. Buddy, just drink lots of water, get it through your system. Just be careful. Hello. Huh? You like matches your top. Everyone likes my sunglasses. Can't get these anymore. They won't make this particular design anymore, so they're unique. I better not break them. Somebody will come on and say, "What is that?"
So that is really savoury.
It's savoury, beautiful. I was hoping for a savoury version. Okay. So come down here. This one is the pudi, and I was hoping it would be savoury. So this here.
It's a bit spicy.
Chili. This one's chili. Chili hot. Okay. Of course. It's the coconut sambal.
It is.
It's the coconut sambal.
Let me try what this orange is.
It's the coconut sambal, guys. It's my favourite coconut sambal that they often just 1 minute, I'm going to get a vade. I want to get one vade. Okay. This one. Soft one.
The plastic over there, take the plastic.
I'm eating it now. Okay.
I was saying that's what you like with the coconut sambal, isn't it?
Oh, they're fresh as well. They're really hot.
Stingless Bee Honey says I like your glasses too. It's a good name there, Stingless Bee Honey.
Stingless bee
Honey.
honey. Stingless bee honey. There is a stingless bee as well, isn't there? So these should be, and they are nice and light and fluffy. If you break them inside, it's like almost a breaded interior. Let's take that chutney.
So that's going to get rid of the sweetness.
We'll get the chutney. Sorry guys, I'm throwing you around.
It's
Perfect.
Good. Yeah, good.
Perfect.
I'm going for the peanut one.
There's a lovely lady going by. She's obviously been out running or to a gym or something. She's got a lovely sort of orange top, and she's walked past twice looking at me, and then she said, "I like your sunglasses." It's just sweet. Okay.
Boy 638 says Pandan Sambal Ray-Bans. Very good.
Yeah.
Did you finish with that?
Not really, but he's taken it. Had a little bit of tea left, but it was getting to the end. Okay, let's get in and try this one. So we've got now an appam.
Is the appam sweet? Hard to tell, isn't it?
It probably will be with the coconut sambal. Come on, someone local, tell me, is the body, is it the name for the sambal? I forget. It's not what I remember,
No.
but then I've got a terrible memory.
So Digging Down Under says vadais are nice when they are hot and fresh. I'm just going to try this to see if it's sweet.
Oh no, that is much closer to a hopper.
Yeah, see, that's not sweet at all.
Now, when you put the savoury flavours in there, you're getting closer to a Sri Lankan or Indian hopper, Sri Lankan hopper. Everything about that now takes me back to Sri Lanka. It does. It takes me back.
You just need a fried egg in the middle of it and you have the hopper.
Loved you guys in Sri Lanka. Honestly, that's such a good flavour. So maybe it's just the fact that this lady is specialising in the sweet appams that makes me think they are so different. Because when I eat this one with the coconut sambal, spicy coconut sambal, that just drops me straight back in Colombo, up in Kandy.
So Mona says, Steve out there getting chatted up by the ladies, and the most beautiful one is having lunch with him, Michelle. Thank you, Mona. You're so sweet.
She couldn't read that out quick enough, Mona.
I can't get the nice comments out from you, haven't I?
Read that out quick enough. Okay, what do they put on there, like a masala?
I don't know, it's like a salty...
Well, I think it's just a masala,
Yeah.
like a flavoured masala. Do you want any of that, or
No,
is it too spicy for you?
I'm fine. I saved you half the peanut one. I didn't want to eat it all. I'm waning.
Are you waning?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go with the peanut one, which is, I think, your favourite, isn't it, Michelle?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think last time didn't we have peanut and coconut?
I think so. I don't know if they changed up the
I think she did a special one last time.
menu.
She came over smiling when she took your photo.
Okay, peanut. Oh, that's good. You like that?
I liked it, yeah. Very good. Just enough, right amount of sweetness. Savoury bit of salt with the
Oh,
peanut.
that is delicious. But to be honest, this would be one of the rare occasions I'd probably like to end up on that savoury note. So I'm going to let you finish the peanut one,
Okay.
because I've had enough sugar, and I'm going to end with this hot spicy coconut sambal.
Yeah, it's very unusual for you, but I think you've had so much sweet.
I need that to balance out. So, how long have we been going for, Michelle?
Hour.
We're going to stop up soon, I think.
So lunch lady says, look, tourists behind us.
Yep. We possibly, I don't know if they've seen us over here and thought that looks like a good place to eat, or will they come here regularly? Now, the first tourists I've seen here, well, they're not tourists, they may be locals. A lot of people, expats, live in this area. Thank you, Michelle. So what we'll do next week, we're going to do a live stream probably from somewhere a bit cooler, so I can got some. Michelle says I'm actually dripping from my nose almost, which is not surprising. with the heat from that. That is quite a lot of chili in
Isn't
there.
it? It's okay when you first have it and then it gets hotter and hotter.
Okay.
Digging down under says with hoppers, if the mixture is made the night before, it won't taste so bitter. When it's made just before using it, it will be more bittery.
Well, what I noticed when I'm having the sweet ones is the fermented tastes are coming through a lot stronger. So I can taste the yeast in there. When I had that savoury one just now, it was like being back in Sri Lanka, and it maybe knocks off the intensity of the yeast.
Because I think she said they make it up every day, don't they?
Yeah, she makes it up daily.
Yeah. Wow, so
Okay.
busy this store. So yeah, we've been going just over the hour.
Okay, so we're gonna hang up now, say goodbye to you, share the love, and we will do another live stream very shortly. Take care from Michelle and I. What's this suburb called? This is Bangsa, is it?
Bangsa, yes.
Bangsa suburb.
Bangsa. We'll put the address down in the description when
Hope
we get
you've
round to
enjoyed it. Anyone watching this later on, get your comments up there. We'd love to hear what you have to say, and I will read through them all and try and get back to every single one of you. In the meantime, from Malaysia, take care, share the love, and we will see you next time. See you then, Michelle. Bye.